Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
You're listening to the Cruise Tips TV Unplugged podcast. Today, we're revealing our next cruise, taking a quick look back at 2025 and revealing a surprise cruise destination. Well, making you guess on that one. Welcome to Cruise Tips TV Unplugged. I'm your host, Sherry, and we invite you to join our cruise-loving family as we travel the world creating cruise videos and vlogs. In this podcast, we talk tips, tactics, and strategies to help you make every cruise your dream cruise.
Welcome to 2026.
Woohoo! I think I still have morning voice, and we're like nursing coffee over here. I feel bad for the listeners today.
Well, we can make it quick.
We're going to make it quick because guess what, friends? I got to jump in the car and drive to my next cruise today. And I do have to apologize. We did not put out a podcast last week during that holiday period. So we thought, okay, we're going to jump on this morning. We're going to look back real quick at 2025 and tell you guys what we're up to. So I'm going to skip right to the cruise reveal because I hate those videos where it's like video or podcast where they give you the reveal in the last 30 seconds of the 20-minute show. So here we go, friends. We are starting our year on Carnival Cruise Line. We actually started our year on Carnival last year. We went on Carnival Miracle in January. And it was like 28 degrees when we boarded the ship in Galveston. You think Texas, you don't think 28 degrees, rain, and needing a coat. But a little bit warmer this year. But we're going to be doing a little 10-night Caribbean cruise on Carnival Legend to start off the year. And this is actually a mommy-son trip. Mr. Cruise Tips TV is staying home and getting a whole bunch of work done. But we're looking forward to it. We're going to do Grand Turk, which is great. Went there last year, loved it. Went there for the first time. We're going to be doing Amber Cove, Princess Keys, Celebration Key, 4 port days in a row, and then sea days, like bookending the cruise. I think it's going to be a good one. We're going to miss you, though.
Yeah, it's going to be nice for you guys.
I think it'll be fun. So I will do my very best to post on social. This is always kind of dependent on internet, you guys, and you never know, right? Kind of depends on your location, depends on how many people on the ship are using that bandwidth. But I hope that I can get some Instagram and Facebook stories up and some photos of the trip. And I'm certainly going to be putting content on YouTube about Carnival Legend, possibly recording our first day experience. And of course, showing you guys our stateroom and all of that good stuff. There will be a video, by the way, on YouTube coming out. It's actually coming out today when we publish this at the exact same time. So if you want to go see a little bit more about our look back at last year and this particular cruise, go check out the video on YouTube that says Cruise Reveal. And you could also leave me any comments with port suggestions or anything like that there. It's hard to comment on a podcast. I've had people message me lately and say, gosh, I wish there was a way to comment. And it's true. It's like there's no interaction. You just have to send me a DM or comment over on YouTube or something like that. But you're always welcome to.
You can leave a review, though.
You can leave a review on Apple Podcasts.
And that's it?
I think so. I don't know if let's say someone's listening to us on Amazon or Spotify or Podbean. I don't really know that those allow reviews, which is really frustrating because people listen in all kinds of different ways. So, gosh, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. But you can always DM me. So we're looking forward to it. I think it's always fun to have a cruise planned after the holidays. When I was in the corporate world, I remember thinking I would have like this. There would be sort of a bit of depression after the holidays, right? You're kind of sad. You've got Christmas is over, New Year's is over, and then you're jumping into your first quarter at work. Things are kind of gnarly, kind of stressful. But if you have a January or a February cruise on the horizon, your outlook totally changes, right? You've got something to look forward to. It's not like, oh, I just put away the Christmas tree and symbolically that beautiful time of year is over. It's like, no, holidays are over, but now I get to escape the cold and this is going to be great. So looking forward to it. 10-night cruises are the best. They're kind of great because for one, I think it takes everybody a couple days to unwind and start relaxing into a trip, right? But the second thing is, I think sometimes the crowd on those cruises, especially with Carnival, if we're being honest, the longer the cruise, I think the more mellow the crowd is. And on Carnival, I think that's nice, right? I'm not interested at my age. I don't want to go on a 3 or 4 night Carnival cruise right now. It's probably a lot of people who are partying, right? It's a long weekend, and I'm just too old for that. So I think it should be nice. I'll give you guys full updates on the food. Also, I'm so intrigued by this new package that Carnival has, you guys. I booked their ultimate value package, the one that I think it actually expired on December 31st. If anybody can see that you can still book the ultimate value package now that we're in January, let me know. But this package combines a drink package and an internet package, along with some other freebies. They give you $50 off a single shore excursion and 50% off of your spa treatments if you book them in advance. You also have to book your shore excursion in advance. And I've done that. I've booked a massage and a pedicure using the discount. And you guys, I'm not kidding you. I got a pedicure for $31 on Carnival Legend on a C day. So if you know anything about the package, if you've used it, if you've bought it, send me a DM or comment on our YouTube video, better yet, because I know I'll see those comments, and let me know your thoughts on this. But I hope that they bring it back as a permanent thing, because I think it is a really good value for people. If you were going to buy the drink package and the internet package anyway, at $90 a day for the Cheers version of this is the higher level one, I think it's cheaper. If you get the lower level package, which is $50 a day, or was, depending on if they bring it back, that one includes a Cheers Zero Proof package and a basic internet plan, so not the premium streaming. I think it's kind of bogus that Carnival assumed that people who were buying the lesser drink package, like if you're buying the one without the alcohol, why would you assume that those people buying that would want a lesser internet package as well? Just because you're not drinking the alcohol doesn't mean you don't want screaming fast internet. Weird, but maybe just because they're trying to offer a value and they don't figure that everybody's going to need the streaming. So I'll have to let you guys know how that worked. You'll know if you hear from me, right?
True.
If I have good internet. So looking forward to that. Carnival Legend is an older ship, but it got a pretty decent renovation, you guys, in a couple of years ago. So I'll let you all know how that renovation is. I'm also really excited to check out Celebration Key, the new Carnival private destination. It's getting mixed reviews from people, but it sounds like a heck of a lot of people have been there. I know I mentioned this on a podcast a few weeks ago, but they just celebrated their 1 millionth guest in 6 months, you guys, of Celebration Key being open. They've already had 1 million guests. That just goes to show you what a big player Carnival Cruise Line is in the world. 1 million people stepping foot there. It's just crazy.
So what have you heard? I don't want to sidetrack too much, but I'm sure other people are curious about what you've heard.
You mean like feedback-wise?
Yeah, you said it's getting mixed reviews.
Yes.
What are those reviews?
Great question. So Celebration Key itself, beautiful, huge, expansive, lots of different zones for different needs, children's areas, more adult areas. I think the area where they're catching a little bit of heat is that this might be kind of a cruise thing. This would be something that'd be totally normal in like the resort world, but they're offering basically a single meal voucher on the island. So you take your sail and sign card, right? And when you get there, you can pick where you want to eat, but you only get to pick one meal, and then anything else is at an upcharge. And it's pretty pricey. Yeah. So you get yourself some fish tacos, but then if you're hungry, again, you got to go back to the ship or pay money. And, I think cruisers appreciate food quality. Like they appreciate when something's extra good, which I hear that the food is actually better because it's provided by local vendors instead of the cruise line. And that's how, they're making this work. But I think cruisers probably value things being included a little bit more. So that's kind of the general thinking here. They have water slides there, which I'm hoping to try out. I don't think that they're at the level of Perfect Day at Coco Key, but I know that for people traveling with kids and teens. That's probably one of the positive things. I really haven't heard a lot of negatives about it, other than the fact that there's not a huge amount of shade. So, you have a lot of trees still growing in, things like that. And the food voucher approach is kind of the critique that people are giving. But I'm excited to check it out. So I think I already told you guys all of our ports, right? We're doing Celebration Key, Princess Keys, which is interesting, part of the Carnival group, right? So we can go there, which I love Princess Keys. I'm excited for that. And then Grand Turk and Amber Cove. And in Amber Cove, our group that we're traveling with is doing Damahagua Falls again, which is super fun. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think just mostly the renovations. Another thing I'm going to be doing in my review video after this cruise, you guys, is breaking down every single penny that I spent on this cruise. From the cabin that I booked to an upgrade that I actually bought. I upgraded us to an ocean suite a few weeks before the cruise. I'll talk about how much that cost and why I did it. And then I'll talk about how much I spent on spa, gratuities, pre-cruise parking, where I parked, pre-cruise hotel, where I stayed, everything. Because I think there's a lot of interest in people knowing, like, how much does this cost? And I got to tell you,
what does it really
cost?
Yeah.
And I feel like at the end of the day, I'm spending way more on this Carnival cruise than I expected to. I'm doing it all by choice, right? Choosing to stay in a hotel the night before the cruise instead of driving down the morning of. I chose to buy the drink package, which I don't need, right? Like, these are all things we choose. But when I look, you guys, at what I paid for this, I probably could have booked a week on a premium or lower end luxury line and had everything included. I'm not kidding you. Like, it's turning out to be a little bit more expensive than I thought. And I think that's a discussion too that people need to have with themselves. Like, if you're avoiding premium cruise lines or luxury cruise lines, and I'm talking about ultra premium cruise lines like Oceania, for example, where it's not like $20,000 for a week, but maybe it's more like $5,000, right? You might want to really look at your total spend and then look at the more inclusive luxury lines and say to yourself, did I just spend $6,000 on a Carnival cruise when I can go and have a quieter, more luxurious experience with nobody in the swimming pool all day and some slightly better food?
Yeah, it's all about
topic.
It's all about the bottom line, and sometimes you get drawn in by that, that first look at the price, and then you start adding on and thinking, well, this isn't that bad. The add-on itself is not that bad.
Yes,
but when you get to the bottom line,
it's so true.
It's time to take another look.
Time to take inventory, right? Like, I started with this cruise. I was like, okay, this is a $3,000 investment because my balcony cabin for 2 people, which was a great deal, aft-facing balcony, $3,100 for 10 nights. That's actually very, very competitive in the industry right now. But after all the add-ons, guys, you can add a couple grand to that. Okay, seriously, no joke. So, but a fun decision, something that my son really wanted to do. We're cruising with some of his friends, so I know this is going to be a special thing for him, and I want to spend that time with him as he's growing up and nearing the end of his teenage years. It's important to me. So I have another cruise that I'm working on. It's not confirmed yet, but I did put out a teaser in the YouTube video that went live today. So once you watch the YouTube video, if you want to make any guesses where I'm going, I did drop a hint in the video, and that hint was that it's a 15-hour flight from Texas. This is the second farthest I've ever flown for a cruise. I went to Dubai. Spoiler, we went to the Middle East. That was like a 24-hour travel day and a 16-hour flight, like one leg of the flight. So you guys can start making some guesses on what I have in the works. Once it's confirmed, I'll let you all know. But the reason I'm not releasing the information is because I'm not 100% sure that I'm going yet. But if I do get to go, it will be a dream destination of mine. And I'm really excited about that. So I want to take a quick look back, just a quick look back at 2025. I think I believe that our audience isn't so much interested in like our cruise history and what we're doing. I think you guys want us to provide you with tips and information and a look at what it's like to be on a cruise, but I don't want to wax for 2 hours about everything I did in 2025.
So you're not going to be talking about your colonoscopy?
So yeah, my life and health update that I put in the YouTube video does reveal, for those of you who watch my life update videos on YouTube, which I do put out every 6 months or so, yes, I am going to get the colonoscopy that I was dreading. I am 50 something, and I guess you're supposed to start getting them at like 45 now. And I had a lot of pushback from our audience, like, Sherry, get on it. So yes, I am, my colonoscopy is scheduled. However, I'm not really sad that if this dream cruise comes through, I will actually have to postpone it because it would conflict with that. But it's still happening.
It's not something to look forward to.
Yeah, the prep sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, the whole thing is just not fun.
Not fun.
No.
I had so many people on the YouTube video say, I am not going to tell you about my colonoscopy on YouTube, but I will send you a DM and tell you like what cream to buy. You know what I mean? They're like, they give you personal information, their experience about like how rough the prep is. They're like, I'm not going to publicly comment on your video about how my colonoscopy went, but I do have some tips for you. So check your DMs.
Okay, that took a bad turn.
It took a bad turn.
Quickly.
No, it's funny. Come on. Look, we're all aging, dog. And, you know, you got to embrace it.
Anyhow.
So
2025.
I was talking about 2025, not my colonoscopy. You're the one who went there, Buster. All right. So 2025, when I looked back and wrote down all the cool things we did, it really was a special year. We started off our year last year on Carnival as well. Carnival Miracle out of Galveston. That was a really fun cruise. I got to be honest. The food, the first like 3 or 4 days of that cruise was really questionable, but I've never had something like this happen before where food actually improved during a cruise, but it did. And it turned out to be a great trip and I think it was a 12-nighter. It was a really long cruise out of Galveston, so a very relaxing one. After that, I got to go in February behind the scenes over to Florida for Norwegian invited me to their creative studios to preview the Prince Revolution show that was coming on Aqua. I have never done something like that. I've never gone to a cruise line's creative studios where they actually rehearse, hire, choreograph, train, and put together these massive shows. And it was such an incredible experience. As someone who loves dancing and performances, and I performed as a kid and a teenager, I have such a love and respect for dancers and singers. And you guys, that show was outstanding. So seeing that happen was amazing. I know that NCL has really big plans for their next new ship, Luna. And you can check our website for that if you want to look at the details, but really special experience. Then I went to the Sea Trade Global Cruise Conference, which is also in Florida. That was wonderful. Always a good time there. And then I went on Norwegian Aqua over in Europe. Wonderful trip. Got to experience 2 different cabins. A kind of a, what do they call those? What are those balconies that are slightly more, is it a club balcony? I think it's a club class balcony or something like that. And then I got to experience the Haven for 3 days, and that was wonderful. Finally getting to experience a product that I've wondered about forever. So not only was Aqua a beautiful ship, but I felt like the whole experience was terrific. Then I got to go back and do Aqua again with my son in April in Florida. And gosh, that cruise ship is made for teenagers, you guys. Absolutely outstanding. Then we did a back-to-back Alaska cruise on Discovery Princess in Alaska as a family. Had a great time. 2 different cabins, started in a mini suite, moved to a balcony, and did some really neat excursions. Lots of YouTube content on that. Then in July, I got to go to another Creative Studios type event with Princess. They took us to Nova Southeastern University where they train their production shows, right? A little different. They don't have like an on-site corporate location, but got to see their new shows, Meridian, and I'm forgetting the name of the other one, but it's in that YouTube video. And then we did some work with NCL on NCL Escape in July. That was a different experience. We produced some videos that are appearing on their cruise ships, and I've had people say that they've seen them and that they're really cool. So if you guys see any of our Norwegian videos while you're on a Norwegian cruise, please do let me know. Then in August, I got to go back to California to the Magic Castle again. Magic Castle is the inspiration by Princess's Spellbound show, or it's not a show at all, I'm sorry, it's an experience. And they changed it for Star Princess and made it more accessible for the general public and got to try their cocktails. That was awesome. Then we went on our dream trip to Japan for a month. We did Diamond Princess, Norwegian Spirit back to back, and that trip was outstanding, really good. And then we closed out the year with the Norwegian Bliss Latitudes cruise, and that was a ton of fun as well. So it was a great year for travel. I think that our only regret is we cruised a lot with 2 cruise lines, mainly cruised the most with NCL and Princess, and I'd like to see a little more variety this year. So that's kind of one of our goals. But I wanted to let you all know that we are going to be doing a lot more really casual live streams on Amazon Live. A lot of you already follow us on Amazon Live. You come say hello over there. Amazon Live, if you're not familiar with it, it's an interactive shopping experience. And what I do is I basically turn the camera on and I share with you Amazon products for whatever it is that I have going on in my life. For example, the other day, I turned the camera on in my car and showed everybody how I was prepping for a road trip. The first live stream was like how I'm cleaning my car, the cleaning supplies I use, and the organization supplies that I use, like a clip for my sunglasses. Then we rebooted and talked about road trip supplies, snacks, things that you might need, a water bottle, things that you might need in your car to make yourself more comfortable when you're road tripping or road tripping to your cruise. So we do really casual stuff. We turn the camera on in front of our fireplace, show you our new luggage, talk about what's in our carry-on bags. For those of you who like being able to chat with me, like you chat on a YouTube live stream, please know you can come over to Amazon Live anytime and say hi and ask me cruise questions. The chat moves slower, and so I'm always available for you guys in a live capacity that way. So to see the live streams, you just go to amazon.com/live/CruiseTipsTV. That takes you directly to them. Or you can just follow our Amazon storefront at amazon.com/shop/CruiseTipsTV and click on the live streams tab. But before you do that, please, you guys, hit the follow button on Amazon so that you get updates from us. So when you open your Amazon app, what'll happen is if I've posted a new video, maybe a suitcase review, for example, or a new cute cruise outfit, Amazon is more likely to show you my video reviews, my photos, when you're following me. So that's why you guys want to do that. And also to get notified when we go live. I also do get ready with me's for mature skin. Drugstore makeup has been my latest obsession. So if you want to see me put on my makeup live, you can go watch those past live streams. But I want to thank everybody again so much for an awesome 2025. We have the best audience. Go comment any thoughts you have on this podcast. Comment on our YouTube video that is going out on Sunday, January 4th at 10 a.m. Central Time. It'll be there and you can drop us a comment with your thoughts. And Happy New Year, everyone. Until next time, we'll see you on the high seas.
Thanks for listening to Cruise Tips TV Unplugged. If you like our show and want to know more, check us out at CruiseTipsTV.com. You can also find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram by searching Cruise Tips TV. We'd love if you'd leave us a review wherever you're listening to this podcast, subscribe to the show, and tune in next week. Until next time, we'll see you on the high seas.